Morning, everybody. Morning after the road trip. That's crazy. Behind me, it looks clear. Look at this. I'm going to flip the camera around real quick. Literally directly in front of me. Anyway, yesterday, dropped a video about getting these three home. And I showed y'all a couple clips of the S10 Blazer I got to go back and get. And how we're going to go get that one is I've got to put a cage in that for him. And then I'm going to deliver it on this trailer behind my old trusty truck. And when I go pick or drop off that Mustang, I'm going to pick up that Blazer. So I already know what I want to do with the Blazer. I already know what I want to do with the 500, which is this sweet four-door. A lot of people aren't huge fans of four-doors. I don't care. They're just convenient. But this one just, I don't know. It looks kind of cool. So I dig it. So this one, I already know what I want to do. It's kind of cool because these are Crown Vic rims, and those are actually 17, so that opens up tire choices quite a bit. This thing was off the road because it was getting hot, and then the gas tank started leaking. Well, we found the gas tank leak. For now, it runs by bypassing it. I already have a theory of how it was getting hot. But we'll see if that works out. This one's going to stay a small block for a very short period of time. Because if you remember, I got that shuttle bus sitting right over there. And it's got a 460 and a 4-speed auto. That'll make this a sweet cruiser. So I know what I'm doing with that one. Question I have for you guys is, I had a couple ideas to do with that one. I'm talking with a buddy last night. He brought up a good point. I might know what to do with that one. And this one, I thought I knew what I wanted to do with it. I thought I knew exactly what I was gonna turn it into. Now I'm not so sure. It's a cool car. They really are wicked cars. And I've got a couple thoughts here. So I'm not made of money. So this first one, super big pipe dream. But the Roadster shop actually makes a chassis for that thing, which would be like pro touring magic. I'd have to sell that one, this one, all those, and probably the Camaro to pay for the chassis. So that's probably out. There's, a lot of people have been doing it lately, and I've thought about it, but I don't know the dimensions. I'd have to do some measuring. It'd be cool to take an old stock car chassis and do a body swap. More than likely, that means changing it to a Chevy drivetrain. As we go through this journey in life together, you'll realize that, I don't know, to me that's just weird. If you want a Chevrolet, buy a Chevrolet. I've got Fords, Nissans, Chevy, Maserati, Fiat, Kia. That's got a GM drivetrain in it. I've got Ford stuff going in the Ford. The Bel Air's getting a Chevy. Now that truck over there, that 68 on the other side of the Mustang, it's currently a big block on stock chassis. Now I will put a Ford chassis underneath that just because I already own it, and it's a 1-ton dually chassis. But I'm going to stick the Chrysler drivetrain back in it because I just feel like that's right. Anyway, not 100% sure what I want to do on the Torino. Yeah, I got a couple ideas. I kind of wanted to do like a manual swap and do like an old throwback stock car, because believe it or not, they did race these cars at NASCAR before the Torino Talladega came out, which the Torino Talladega was this but a fastback, not the same as a Gran Torino. So there's a lot of cool history with this car. This car's got some cool stuff behind it. Maybe not this specific one, but this model. This originally I thought about taking the engine out of it eventually, using this one as a mock-up engine for my wife's 79 Datsun. I do have a 4.3 for it, but again, it's a Nissan, or it's a Datsun, so a Nissan motor I think should go in there. I feel like that was kind of phoning it in. And the 4.3, let's face it, there's so little aftermarket support in the way of, if you're thinking it like drag race in mind, there's not a lot there. So you get a bunch of your basics and you've got to make everything. Because of what we want to use that car for, a one-off 100% custom build, it's just not a smart play. If you're out in the middle of nowhere doing a drag and drive event and you're counting on people to help you along the way, you need to use what people have accessible. So, you know, Chevrolet, Fords, those drivetrains tend to do well just because there's people in the pits that have parts for you. So that may not happen. This thing actually runs fairly good. I mean, it is beat, which is why this other one sounds like a good idea. Trail rig. Thought about doing that. Now, one cool thing about this is that the way the four-wheel drive system, so if you look under here, driver's side, you've got the input for the differential, okay, and of course the rear center. But what makes that neat is over here we got a thing that we call affectionately the Crispy Chicken Wrangler. Obvious reasons. This was a vacationer down here and they had just finished wiring it. Unfortunately, a fire broke out in the headlight area and roached the entire car. What was cool about this Jeep is that's a small block Chevy Turbo 350 setup. That's not what we're excited about. So yeah, it's got 33s. And it's got 5 wheels instead of 4, so it's all matched. If we come down here, driver's side, differential input, which means potentially I could have parts to do a solid axle swap on that. Now those axles are currently set up leaf spring, which would mean fab. Obviously, I'm either deciding to put that 4-linked or bring leaf springs over to our Pathfinder, which a leaf spring setup on the Pathfinder will inherently lift it like a good bit, but it's going to ride like a tank, which is fine. This thing's not getting registered. It does have title issues, but it could go under there and eliminate a whole bunch of this extra weight and all these pivot points and stuff that are down there. CV axles, you got control arms both sides and everything. So potentially future candidate for a solid axle swap. I think it'll be fun. And then I'd have matched bolt patterns because I got both axles. Just swap them both over. The other cool thing about this truck is that is a manual transmission in there. Kind of sought after, kind of cool. So maybe that'll be a trail rig. Big block cruiser. Big old fat question mark. So what do y'all think we should do with it? Mile in the Wild, there's no bad ideas. There's just bad finances. So I am open to suggestions. I thought about doing like a NASCAR style, you know, a nod. Manual transmission, lower it, steel wheels, you know, real wide steel wheels with big sidewalls. And just think 60s NASCAR and just be cool. But then have like the full interior. Maybe not AC and stuff, but have like a full interior, no cage, just the NASCAR look. Could be fun. So let me know what y'all think we should do with these. We're fixing to go get breakfast. I still got the whole crew in town. We unhooked Nick's truck so he could go to the hotel. But Michael Kelly is actually asleep in our spare bedroom. And we're going to get up and head to breakfast, come up with a plan to get all these unloaded and get everything in the right spot. And then we think we're going to try to see if the four-door will do a burnout later. We'll film it. It'll either be a fail or a good one. So we'll catch y'all in a little bit. I realized in that clip, I can't remember, I didn't go back and look if I said the Pathfinder was unibody or not. It's not. That was a brain fart. It is a full frame, so we could 4-link it, we could leaf spring it. The options are kind of endless with that thing, so yeah. We're getting ready to start unloading. We got everybody here. Getting ready. Nick's unstrapping the Pathfinder. We'll unload that one. We're finding a home for the Torino now. We think we got a plan for that. Torino don't run. So yeah. We're gonna figure that out. Getting them all unstrapped and getting ready. We gotta move that one somewhere around there. And yeah. We're gonna still try to do burnouts or a burnout, even if it's weak, in the 4-door. But puppy doggos. Yeah. Old man.
He's an old man, old man.
He's an old man. That's Gage. He's 14.
I was being all gentle.
Yeah, no, he don't play that. He's built like a brick. You know. What's up, big boy? I know. He's gone deaf, and there's a cartilage in his ear that bugs him. And every now and then when you're petting him, you'll hit it. All right, let's get unloading.
No rams, no nothing.
One unloaded. Here's number 2. Believe it or not, for unibody stress. A lot of people would be scared of it, but that unibody structure is actually super workable.
Ready? Yeah. I'll break it. Trying to push on the solid car. The car trailer. You can use the winch as a.
Number 2's officially landed on the property. Yeah. Still unsure what to do with this one.
Hey.
There oil in it?
Yeah.
Nice. This is the first time I'm really looking at this car. The only other time I saw it was yesterday when Kelly showed up and it was already on his trailer. Kelly has now had possession of this car longer than me, and so has Nick. And I think Nick had it for 12 minutes.
I had it for
Yeah, for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. So, yeah. I got to figure out what I'm doing with that one. I already know what I'm doing with that one. And I know what I'm going to do with that one. That's his. I got to put a cage in that one for him. If you got an idea what to do on this one, say something. Because I got like 4 ideas bouncing around. Like legitimate ideas, not goofy like destroy it for the sake of destroying it. But I think the one that I'm leaning towards so far is do like an old mid to late 60s NASCAR tribute car out of it. You know what I mean? Which, it is close to Petty Blue. And fun fact, Petty did drive a Torino back in the day for one season. But it wasn't this Torino. All right, let's get the other one unloaded. So this one runs, but we're gonna just push it off in the dirt, put some coolant in it, put a gas jug in it, cross our fingers and try to go do a burnout. I gotta get over the hump. So this got parked because it got hot and there was a hole in the gas tank apparently. Sarah's going to get more water because I've put 1.5 gallons in there and nothing's coming out anywhere else. So I'm wondering if Dan, which is the last owner of this one, had any coolant in it when he drove it. I don't know. We're gonna find out. A burn-on will tell if it's still getting hot. There's also no fan, so it's definitely gonna get hot in the burnout. But we're gonna try it anyway. Someone cared at one point before the damn fuel tank, because new radiator. The exhaust is new from the manifolds back. Fuel system's shot, but let's see what happens here. We know it runs. We just don't know if it'll do a burnout. We gotta go find out. Miss Sarah, you like your new cornfield limo? Look at all the room you got back there. Let's go try to do a burnout. Very little. Just like that, every party comes to an end. I can't thank these two enough. Man, that trailer, man. Can't thank these two enough. Nick, Kelly, Nick's wife Megan, for taking the trip down, helping me get these things moved. Here they are. They're home. Runs and drives. Obviously needs a bunch of work. This one, it'll probably run on this small block a little longer than I thought, because it's not as bad off as originally thought, and it does burnouts. Jury's still out on that one, but it's unloaded and they are here. So I've still got to go back up and get that Blazer at some point. But I don't know if you can see it, but back there's that Fox Body Mustang. I got to put a cage in. We're gonna just make one trip out of it and get those dropped off. So thank y'all for watching. If you got any ideas of what to do with that Torino over there, drop a comment. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one. We are back in the shop tomorrow.